Now we are ready to discuss a new topic of perfectly bloom into love. Let me start explaining this beautiful topic of perfectly bloom into love by sharing to all of you the complaints of many old people, mostly are men, not women, mostly are men. I have been meeting old men who keep complaining like this. My age is old enough. I even have a lot of grandchildren. But I still easily fall in love to another woman. What happened to me? Am I crazy? That is the question and the complaint of many old people. I have been old enough, I have a lot of grandchildren, but I still interested in the beauty of another woman which is not my wife. Is there anything wrong with me? That is the questions of many people. At the same time, there is also a real and true example of the people who is poisoned by the energy of sex, being poisoned. So that's why it is understandable that all religion prohibited sexual interaction at the beginning of the journey, because it is very powerful. It is too powerful. If you do not practice consciousness, then the energy of sex is very dangerous. Even the old men still fall in love to another woman, even though they have grandchildren already. That is what I mean by being poisoned by sex. But what I'm going to share now is not the person who is being poisoned by sexual energy, but being uplifted by sexual energy. In Tantra, the famous person in this case, his name is Saraha. He was very famous man from India. As a deeper explanation, sex is an energy where we come from. Let me repeat again. Sex is an energy where we come from. In the religion which believe in God, it is one of the manifestations of God. Why should we afraid too much about God? Because sex is an energy from where we all come from. So that's why today we explore this problem a little bit deeper. The intention is very simple. You are no longer being poisoned by sexual energy, but you are being uplifted by sexual energy. There are 4 chapters that I'm going to share to you in this beautiful day from northern part of Bali, in the high mountain. The weather is very clear and clean, even though this is raining season. The first chapter is fall in love. The second chapter is rise in love. The third chapter is bloom into love. The last one is the science of attainment. Let's start with the first chapter, fall in love. Teenagers especially, teenagers can easily fall in love with someone else. And what happened in the time of fall in love? The consciousness is fall from the head into the heart. That's why many illogical things can happen to the person who are fall in love, because the consciousness is fall from the head into the heart. For your own information, if you deeply learn about history, a lot of dangerous war happened because of sexual energy. Because people are too attached to sexual energy. A lot of conflict in human history also happened because of sexual energy. So that's why it is understandable if sexual energy is extremely prohibited by almost all religion, especially for the public beginners. Why? Because the energy of sex is very strong, too strong to the beginner. But the beautiful story today, there are very few spiritual seekers who are no longer being poisoned by sexual energy, but being uplifted by sexual energy. For that reason, in the moment of falling in love, be careful, be careful. Your consciousness fall from head and heart. Your best protector is the practice of mindfulness. Be careful. If you are not well protected by the practice of mindfulness, in the moment of fall in love, you can be dangerous. You can be dangerous. Your family as well can be dangerous. So that's why learn to protect yourself by using the energy of mindfulness. For your own information, and this topic we are going to explore again and again. All holes in our body, the holes of our body, eyes, ears, mouth, nose, especially the hole in our sexual organ, it is only a door. Sadly speaking, most people keep standing on the door. Those doors, the holes in our body, especially the hole in our sexual organ, it is the gate to enter inside. The problem with the people who is poisoned by sexual energy, they keep standing on the door. They never even think to go inside. Please remember, this message is very important. The holes in our body, especially the hole in our sexual organ, it is very important door to go inside. For that reason, use the moment of falling in love as holy bell to go inside, not to chase someone outside. The thing that happened with problematic soul, in the moment of fall in love, they chase a person outside. They think that there is someone outside who can fill our gap inside. No. The idea of soulmate which come from Greek 100 years ago. Say goodbye. It is dangerous. Why? Because all the holes in our body, especially the hole in our sexual organ, it is a door to go inside. It is not an energy to chase someone else outside. Be careful. And your best protector in the moment of fall in love, remember, deep practice of mindfulness. The idea of soulmate, which come from the Greek, the assumption is like this. Not saying it is wrong. No, not saying it's wrong. There is something missing inside, and we keep thinking that the energy that can heal the missing energy inside is someone outside. As experienced by many people, that is dangerous. The more you seek outside, the more you will be dissatisfied. So that's why now we learn about the door, the hole inside it, the hole on our body, especially the hole in our sexual organ, as a door to go inside. Please, on the chapter about fall in love, in the moment you feel fall in love, use the energy of fall in love as a holy bell to go inside, not to chase someone else outside. That is the first chapter, fall in love. Remember to protect yourself with the energy of mindfulness. Remember also to remind yourself the feeling of fall in love. It is not the moment of chasing someone else outside, but it is the moment to go inside especially because the hole in our sexual organ, it is a door to go inside. Now we are entering the second chapter, Rise in Love. While in the moment of fall in love, the energy of love and sex can make us to the directions of dangerous direction. In the second chapter, we begin to be uplifted by the energy of sex, energy of love. Especially because the people who come to the stage of rise in love, they deeply understand the medicine is not outside, the medicine is inside. The soulmate that we keep imagining from one life to another life is not available outside. It is available inside. So for that reason, express the love energy, express the sexual energy, not by chasing someone else outside, but by serving someone else inside. Stop to become the beggar of love. You are no longer the beggar of love. In the stage of rise in love, you are no longer the beggar of love. You are now the source of love to the others. The key word is service. The late Mother Teresa, the late Mahatma Gandhi, the late Nelson Mandela are beautiful example in this case. They are all perfectly rise in love. The vibration is above 550, maybe 750, because they perfectly understand the medicine is not outside, the medicine is inside. How to get the medicine inside? The one who can fill the gap inside is not someone else inside, but the energy inside. How? The key word is service. Sincere service. That is the key word. That is also the clearest example about being uplifted, being rise in love. Remember, in the moment of fall in love, use the feeling of fall in love as the holy bell to go inside. In the second chapter of Rise in Love, stop to become the beggar of love. Learn to become the source of love to the others. The key word is service. In the moment of service, we do not only serve the others, but we also personally meet our greater self. Our self is not limited by this physical body, but greater than this physical body. So that's why service is very important. I suddenly remember about one of beautiful message in one of the ancient scripture. I have been seeking from one lifetime to another lifetime, and I found nothing. Later on, I stopped chasing. I focused on serving. Strangely, after serving people for long enough time, suddenly I realized the one who serves and the one who is being served are no longer two. That is a beautiful poetry. That is also another explanation about rise in love. Someone who is no longer being poisoned by love and sexual energy, but being uplifted by love and sexual energy. Now we enter the third chapter, bloom into love. Bloom into love. In the second chapter of Rise in Love, you are being healed by love. But on the third chapter, you are being whole by love. Let me repeat one again. In the level of rise in love, you are being healed by love. But in the level of bloom into love, you are being whole by love. Because all the seeds of enlightenment is there already inside you. No need. In the moment of attaining enlightenment, enlightenment was not given by Holy Buddha or any kind of outside source of light, because the seeds of enlightenment is already there inside you. How to go there, and that is what I am going to share to you in the chapter of Bloom into Love. In the moment of fall in love, there is the feeling of incomplete inside, incomplete. So that's why man can easily fall in love to a woman, because man, which is dominantly masculine, missing the energy of feminine. The woman, which is dominantly feminine, missing the energy of masculine. What I mean by bloom into love is combining both the energy of masculine and energy of feminine inside. Both the energy of masculine and feminine are already there inside you. The key word is simple. Remember my previous message. All the holes on our human body, especially the hole on your sexual organ, that is the door to come outside. It is not the energy to chase someone else outside. So that's why in the chapter of Bloom into Love, it is very important to combine both the energy of feminine and the energy of masculine, using the terminology of yin-yang from the ancient China. The white ones, the yin, the feminine energy. The dark one, the yang, which is the masculine energy. And both are you. That is what I mean by being whole by love, being whole by sexual energy. You have both the yin and the yang. You have both the feminine and the masculine energy. On the ancient path of the Tantra, how to combine, how to make the feminine and masculine energy got married inside. If your practice of Tantra teaching is deep enough, you will know. One day, the first chakra get married with the second chakra inside. It happened in the moment of deep sleep. You go further, the third chakra got married with the fourth chakra. It will happen to you in the moment of lucid dreaming. Later, the fifth chakra get married with the sixth chakra. It will happen in the moment of awake. As soon as the first and the second chakra got married, the third and the fourth chakra got married, the fifth and the sixth chakra got married, suddenly there will be a lotus with 1,000 petal bloom here in the seventh chakra. It will happen in the state of Turiya. Turiya, it is not in the moment of deep sleep, it is not in the moment of dream, it is not in the moment of awake. It is beyond the three. It is called Turiya. But be careful, be careful. Tantra, especially in this case, is like high voltage electricity. If you touch high voltage electricity, there are only two possibilities. Someone will die suddenly, or someone will attain enlightenment suddenly. So that's why I myself are not allowed to go into detail in this case, because it is dangerous. This teaching is like high voltage electricity. if you touch it, there is only two possibilities. You can die suddenly or you can attain enlightenment suddenly. For the sincere students on this path, my best suggestion is simple. For those of you who are serious in this case, live your life with love. Live your life with love. Learn not to be poisoned by love and sexual energy. Simply live your life with love. If you are sincere, in this case, one day there will be sacred hands who will guide you how to make the first, second chakra got married inside, how the fourth, third chakra got married, how the fifth and sixth chakra got married. There will be a sacred hand who will guide you. It is not only written in the Holy Scripture, it is also true according to me, according to my personal experience. It is true. As soon as you practice live life with love long time enough, there will be sacred hands who guide you personally. This is the thing to do, to make the energy of feminine and the energy of masculine got married inside. I'm not allowed to go into detail because it is dangerous. This is high voltage electricity. Now we come to the last chapter, the science of attainment. The first attainment in this beautiful path of perfectly bloom into love, you will begin to understand that those holes in the body, especially the holes in our sexual organ, it is not the energy to chase someone else outside, but it is the energy to go inside. That is the first signs of attainment. The second one, you are no longer interested in another woman or man outside your own wife or husband. For the public beginner, this is a high level attainment. You are only interested in your own wife. You are only interested in your own husband. That is attainment to the public beginner. To some of you who enter the second chapter of Rise in Love, you find deep happiness in serving the others. There is deep happiness in serving the others. Even though you don't get any money or you don't get any credit, there's deep happiness here in serving the others. That is another higher science of attainment. Your source of happiness is no longer by chasing the others, but by serving the others. Some of you may raise a question, what is the science of bloom into love? As water which is naturally wet, as flower which is naturally beautiful, in the moment of blooming into love, love becomes your natural nature. Love is no longer become the order of Holy Scripture. Love is no longer something to do with heaven. It is your natural nature. You will be like flower which is beautiful. You cannot separate between flower and beauty. You cannot separate between water and wet. In the same way, in the moment of perfectly bloom into love, love becomes your natural nature. Love becomes something which is effortless. You do love because your natural nature is love. That is the conclusions of perfectly bloom into love. Thank you very much, beautiful friends, beautiful heart, beautiful soul, light seeker, peace lover, students on the path of meditation. Deep thank you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings are happy. May all beings are happy. May all beings are happy.